Today we're talking about keeping your daily habits and routines while you're traveling. Or just anytime you've got some chaos going on in life, or you're just out of your normal daily schedule. We want to take a look at, hey, how can I feel normal? How can I still feel successful? Big thing when I travel, and what I suggest other people do, is bring something with you to start your day out as you normally would. For someone like me, that would be bringing along my favorite greens powder, right? I'll throw it in my, my checked bag, and then I've got it for when I arrive in the morning, right? Gratitude journal. So I always wake up and start writing in my gratitude journal, or I do a positive focus. Also, you could bring a book that you're reading, okay? So maybe this is something you start your day out with. It could even be something that you end your day with, to be honest. It's just something to keep you in a routine. We as humans, we really like structure. And I think if we can start our day off with the same routine, we're gonna be just more ready to stay adherent to our nutritional approaches, our workouts and things like that. So I think this is a huge one. Start your day with a glass of water. So when you get up, have your greens powder, have a big glass of water, 8 ounces, 12 ounces. It just really gets you energized for the day. So that's a really good one. Go for a walk after meals. So this is super important, especially if you're gonna be going out to eat or if you're having really big meals. This is great for the body. It just gets it to kind of do that rest and digest, right? You're moving things around, stretching yourself out. It's really, really helpful, and you're gonna be getting movement in every day, which is also really important. So if this is a routine you keep at home where you go for a couple of short walks a day, then I would say try to keep it when you're traveling as well. Find the nearest grocery store, right? So typically at home, you probably have a pantry or refrigerator or freezer stocked with at least a few go-to items. It's the same thing when you're traveling, right? You've kind of got things thrown off a little bit, or if it's a chaotic time like around the holidays, things aren't gonna go quite as planned. You may not have the exact foods and meals prepared as you typically would. So the best thing to do, stock up on your essentials that you're gonna need for protein. I always start with that. So you can grab hard-boiled eggs that are already pre-boiled. You could grab some shelled edamame. That's a great source of protein. You could grab some high-quality deli meat or smoked salmon. Very easy ways to have some protein on hand. You can also grab some rice cakes, nuts, fruit with that are high in fiber, like berries, apples, things like that. So that's gonna help keep you in a routine, right? If you're someone who does try to get in, 2 servings of fruit a day, perfect. You've got some great choices here. If you're someone who has a habit or a routine of having protein with every meal, if you can get to the grocery store and stock up on a few of these things, you don't have to be perfect and hit a certain amount of protein at every meal like maybe you normally would or something, but if you're getting it in, you can still feel successful. Next, if you're drinking alcohol, alternate that with a glass of water. So many times when we travel, it's to go on vacation somewhere, right? So it's either somewhere tropical or it's, for a holiday or something like that. And that typically involves some alcohol. So we can kind of stay in the routine of staying hydrated by alternating every drink with a glass of water. Last but not least, when you're eating out, because this is what happens typically when schedules are thrown off, when you're traveling around the holidays. Build your plate as you would normally at home when you're creating your meals. Here's what I mean by that. If you've gotten yourself into the habit of starting with a protein source, then the veggie, then a starchy carb or fruit, and then adding your fats, you're good to go. It's the same thing when you eat out at any restaurant. It can be a little stressful taking a look at a menu and thinking, oh my gosh, I don't know how this fits into my nutritional approach. Again, same thing. Build your plate in the same way you would any other time. Choose your protein, choose the veggie, starchy carb, and fat. That way you stay on track with your daily habits and routines.